Assalamualaikum. We are a group of students from Scientific Inquiry perform a study titled Air Pollution in Malaysia, Causes, Health Effects and Countermeasures to Achieve Sustainable Development Goals. What is SDG? The United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, to be called as SDG, address the global challenges that we face in the current world. Therefore, our research will be on how air pollution can be an obstacle to achieve SDG. For this study, we are going to focus on the third goal of SDG, which is good health and well-being. Air pollution could bring various diseases that will affect Malaysians' health. For example, air pollution can lead to asthma, heart conditions, and even cardiovascular disease. We believe by controlling air pollution, it can contribute in achieving the third goal of SDG. There are few research questions we hope to answer at the end of this study. The first one is, how can we educate people about the dangerous effect of air pollution to our life? Next, what action or steps should be taken by the government to prevent air pollution such as haze from happening again every year? Lastly, what practice can be used by companies, factories and others to control the issues of air pollution in Malaysia? This research question became a guideline for us to perform this study.
Malaysia need to focus ahead to turn into an industrialized country. Production lines, open industrial consumption, control plants, vehicles, transportation, and wildfires are instances of different sources that contributed to air pollution. Air pollution is presently taking the new worst scenario rank in the world and is said to be the biggest problem around the world by 2050. The big fire covering the Southeast Asia that has been occurred for quite a long time prior shows a ceaseless circumstances. Indonesia is one of the nations gradually influenced by deforestation, where their timberland misfortune amounts to 2% per year, equivalent to 1.9 million per year. In Malaysia, due to change in wind because of monsoon, the smoke spreads over the southwest strong wind. East Malaysia, Sarawak and Sabah are experiencing the bad effects of the situation because of the open burning in Kalimantan territory of Indonesia.
Tak okey ya. Satu buat kesihatan, buat
Environmental air pollution has become a leading health concern, especially in the developing countries such as Malaysia with more urbanization, industrialization, and rapidly growing population. Prolonged exposure to air pollution is a risk factor for cardiovascular disease. Harmful air pollutants lead to cardiovascular disease, such as artery blockage leading to heart attacks and death of heart tissue due to oxygen deprivation, leading to permanent heart damage. The mechanisms by which air pollution causes cardiovascular disease are thought to be the same as those responsible for respiratory disease, such as pulmonary inflammation and oxidative stress. When the concentration of air pollutants called fine particulate matter (PM2.5) increases, hospital admissions also rise for heart attacks, heart diseases due to insufficient blood supply, usually because of a blocked artery, and congestive heart failure. Spikes in the concentration of other air pollutants, especially the combination of fine particulate matter and nitrogen oxides, correlate with increased hospital admissions for potentially fatal disturbance of heart rhythm. Studies show that cities with high nitrogen oxide concentrations had death rates 4 times higher than those with low nitrogen oxide concentrations. It's not only the short-term spikes that harm your heart. Death from cardiovascular causes also increase due to long-term exposure to air pollutants, even when other risk factors like smoking are taken into account.
Air pollution contractive action is a significant worldwide concern considering the deflative impact of contamination on an individual's health and well-being. Therefore, controlling air pollution will contribute to achieving SDG goal. Every individual can contribute something to progress the countermeasure for air pollution. Citizens should be incredibly worried about natural issues and they should be progressively educated on environmental issues through various education methods. For this situation, to control measure of air pollution by education, the Ministry in charge of education must be bold in making a method of advising environmental issues through design education. One of the ways is through workshop by proficient instructors. Through this workshop, learners can discover the importance of preserving environmental discussion manner. Furthermore, the designing process from an education structure to educate environmental issue is certainly a challenge to some countries. There are 5 fundamentals for improving environmental awareness in developing countries, which is human-centered design, social innovation, sharing knowledge, ecological connectivity, and economic reality. These fundamentals can be applied to design target or module in increasing the awareness of air pollution. To conclude, education is one of the most effective ways to prevent air pollution in developing countries. Indirectly will help the world to achieve goal 3 of SDG.
Understanding the cause effect and identifying countermeasure of air pollution will certainly contribute in achieving Goal 3 of Sustainable Development Goals. Air pollution can have some devastating impacts on our bodies and the planet if left unbothered. The concern about air pollution issues has been known for thousands of years. Complaints and struggles about its effect on human health and the environment were first voiced out by the citizens of ancient. Urban air quality, however, became worse during the Industrial Revolution, as the wide uses of coal in Industrial Revolution in Britain, Germany, United States, and other nations mentioned it as age of smoke. However, the countermeasures as discussed in this study can be applied in Malaysia to combat air pollution. It is important that everyone come together as Earth's inhabitants to become part of the solution instead of letting the problem destroying our planet.